since the day Moses stood on Mount Sinai, as it is written, he was there with Yahweh 40 days and 40 nights. What am I doing here? Were they punished because of this? He heard a voice, happy are you, Rabbi Shimon. Happy is your portion. Happy are the comrades who stand with you. Something not revealed to all the powers above has been revealed to you, but come and see what is written at the cost of the realm of gold bricks. Teach us your secret, Master, my Yahoos. Then for the hardness of their hearts and for the softness of their heads, I taught them magic. But, alas, teach us your real secret, Master, how to become invisible. Also, take your fill and will of love as ye will, when, where, and with whom ye will, but always unto me. If this be not aright, if ye confound the space marks, saying they are one, or saying they are many, if the ritual be not ever unto me, then expect the direful judgments of Ra or Quit. It shall regenerate the world, the little world, my sister, my heart and my tongue, unto whom I send this kiss. Also, O scribe and prophet, thou, though be of the princess, shall not assuage thee or absolve thee, but ecstasy be thine and joy of earth ever to me. Change not as much as the style of a letter, for behold, thou, O prophet, shall not behold all these mysteries hidden therein. The child of thy bowels, he shall behold them. Also, take your fill in will of love as ye will, when and where and with whom ye will, but always unto me. If this be not aright, if ye confound the space marks, saying they are one, or saying they are many, if the ritual be not ever unto me, then expect the direful judgments of Ra or Quit. Which shall regenerate the world, the little world, my sister, my heart and my tongue, unto whom I... There is a word to say about the hierophantic task, behold. There are three ordeals in one, it may be given in three ways. The glass must pass through fire, let the fine be tried in intellect. And the lofty chosen ones in the highest, thus ye have star in star, system in system, let not one know where the other. There are four gates to one palace. The floor of their palaces of silver and gold, blackness lapsody and jasper are there. And all are rare scents, jasmine and rose, and the emblems of death. Let him enter in turn, not at once the four gates, let him stand on the floor of the palace. Will he not sink? Amen. Oh, warrior, if thy servant sink, but that our means and means be goodly therefore, dress ye all in fine apparel. Eat rich foods and drink sweet wines and wines that foam. Delivered from the lust of result is every way perfect. The perfect and the perfect are one perfect and not two, nay and none. Nothing is the secret key of this law. 61, the Jews call it. I call it 8, 80, 418. But they have the half. Unite by thine art so that all disappear. My prophet is a fool with his one. Are not they the ox and none by the book? Abrogate or all rituals, or ordeals, or words and signs. Ra Horkoit hath taken his seat in the east at the equinox of the gods. And let Asar be with Esau, who also are one. They are not of me. Let Asar be the adherent, Esau the sufferer. Poor in his secret name and splendor is the Lord initiating. Delivered from the Lord. The word of the Lord is Thelema, who calls us Thelemites who do no wrong. If he look close into the word, there are therein three grades, the hermit and the lover, and the man of earth. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. The word of sin is restriction. O man, refuse not thy wife if she will. O lover, thou wilt depart. There is no bond that can unite the divided but love. All else is a curse. Accursed be it to the eons. Hell, let it be that state of manhood bound and brooding. So with ye at thy all, thou hast no right but to do thy will. Do that and no other shall say nay, for pure will and assuage the purpose. Obey my prophet, follow up your deals of my knowledge. Seek me only, then the joys of my love will redeem me from all pain. This is so, I swear it by the vault of my body, with my sacred heart and tongue, by all I can give, by all I desire of thee all. Then the priest fell into a deep trance, or swoon, and said unto the Queen of Heaven, write unto us the ordeals, write unto us the rituals, write unto us the law. But she said, the ordeals I write not, the rituals shall be have known, and have concealed, the law is for all. This that thou writest is the threefold book of law. My scribe, Antiphon Consul, the priest of the princess, shall not in wonder to change this book, but lest there be folly, he shall comment thereupon by the wisdom of Ra or to it. Also the mantras and spells, the obeah and the wonder. Then the priest answered and said unto the Queen of Space, kissing her lovely brows, and the dew of her light bathing his whole body in a sweet-smelling perfume. Oh, knew it. Continuous one of heaven, let it be ever thus, that men speak not of thee as one, but as none. Let them speak not of thee at all, since thou art continuous. None breathe the light, faint and filling the stars and two. For I am divided for love's sake, for the chance of union. This is the creation of the world, that the pain of division is as nothing, and the joy of dissolution all. But these fools of men and the woes care not thou at all. They feel little what is balanced by weak joys, but ye are my chosen ones. Obey my prophet, follow up the ordeals of my knowledge, seek me only, then the joys of my love will I am infinite space, and the infinite stars thereof. Do ye also thus, bind nothing. Let there be no difference made among you between any one thing and any other thing, for thereby there cometh hurt. But whoso availeth in this, let him be the chief of all. I knew it, my word is 6 and 50. Divide, add, multiply, and understand. Then saith the prophet and slayer of the beauteous one, who am I, and what shall be the sign? So she answered him, bending down, the lambent flame of blue, touching all penetrant, the lovely hands upon the black earth, and the live body arched for love, the soft feet not hurting the little flowers thou knowest. The sign should be my ecstasy, the consciousness of the continuity of existence, the omnipresence of my body. They shall gather my children into their fold. They shall bring the glory of the stars into the hearts of men. For he is ever a sun and she a moon. But to him is the winged secret flame, and to her the stooping starlight. But ye are not so chosen. Burn upon their brows, O splendrous serpent, O azure-lidded woman, bend upon them. The key of the rituals is in the secret word which I have given unto him. With the God and the adorer I am nothing, they do not see me. skies upon the earth, I am heaven, and there is no other God than me, and my Lord had it. Now therefore I am known to ye by my name, knew it, and to him by a secret name, which I will give him when at last he knoweth me. Sin, let my servants be few in secret. They shall rule the many in the known. These are the fools that men adore. Both the gods and the men are fools. Come forth, O children, under the stars, and take your fill of love. I am above you and in you. My ecstasy is in yours. My joy is to see your joy. Above the gemmed azure is the naked splendor of Nuit. She bends in ecstasy to kiss. The secret ardors of Hedit, the winged globe, the starry blue are mine, O Ankafan Kansu. Now ye shall know that the chosen priest and apostle of infinite space is the prince priest, the beast. And in this woman called the Scarlet Woman had the manifestation of Nuit, the unveiling of the company of heaven. Every man and every woman is a star. Every number is infinite. There is no difference. Help me, O warrior Lord of Sacrifice. In my beginning before the children of men. Be now handed my secret,
now everybody on mute. Hello?
my heart and my tongue. Behold, it is revealed by Iwas, the minister of Hor-Parkrat. The cobs is in the coup, not the coup in the cobs. Worship then the cobs, and behold my light shed over you. Had the manifestation of Nuit, the unveiling of the company of heaven. Every man and every woman is a star. Every number is infinite. There is no difference. Help me, O warrior Lord of Thebes, in my unveiling before the children of men. Be thou headed, my secret center, my heart and my tongue. Behold, it is revealed by Iwas, the minister of Hor-Parkrat. The cobs is in the coup, not the coup in the cobs. Worship then the cobs, and behold my light shed over you. Had the manifestation of Nuit, the unveiling of the company of heaven. Every man and every woman is a star. Every number is infinite. There is no difference. Help me, O warrior Lord of Thebes, in my unveiling before the children of men. Be thou headed, my secret center, my heart and my tongue. Behold, it is revealed by Iwas, the minister of Hor-Parkrat. The cobs is in the coup, not the coup in the cobs. Worship then the cobs, and behold my light shed over you. Oh, Panny, oh, Panny, oh, Panny, oh, Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan. I am awake in the grip of the snake, the eagle eagle slashes with beak and claw, the gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock. I am good, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, Pan, you Pan. You pan, you pan, pan, I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw, the gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock. I am good, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan. I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw, the gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock. I am good, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, you Pan, Pan, I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw, the gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock. I am good, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan. I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw, the gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock. I am good, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan. I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock. I am good, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, Pan, you Pan. You Pan, you Pan, Pan, I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you Pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock. I am good, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, Pan, you Pan. You Pan, you Pan, Pan, I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you Pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock. I am good, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, Pan, you Pan. You Pan, you Pan, Pan, I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you Pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock. I am good, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, Pan, you Pan. You Pan, you Pan, Pan, I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you Pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you Pan, you Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock. I am good, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. Oh, Pan, you Pan, you Pan, you Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, Pan, you Pan. You pan, I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. Great beasts come, you pan, I'm born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, you pan, I am the... 2 years. You know, you're a human.
This sound like
I'm not advocating, but I'm saying, if a nigga said, I fucked a nigga, but I was in the Navy, I'm just like,
fuck that. Stop playing. Stop the cat. Stop.
Chris?
Well, first thing is I personally, right, from a philosophical standpoint, take issue with the way that we use the words heterosexual and homosexual in society anyway, because both of those constructs are feeling based. And when you start to explore when a man or a woman, through their sexual experiences, like what interactions they have, that ethic is not applied consistently across the board, right? A woman can have a lesbian relationship or experimenting with a woman at one point or another and not be considered a lesbian. But then the same thing happened with a guy, and then you would say, well, that he's gay. But the fact of the matter is, like, your sexuality is based in feelings, and feelings can change over time, and the context that you were in at the time, right, could also have, like, caused some type of emotional desperation or lack of sobriety that, in one sense or another, doesn't have to be through some actual, like, alcohol itself, but just for whatever reason, you just lack sobriety of thought at that time, and you did something you would normally do at another point. It doesn't define you for the rest.
I think that's fair, and then also, I think part of why what you said about women experimenting with each other, whether it's true or not, because they are both potentially the object of desire for a straight man. And even if neither of those women will ever want or be sexually attracted to that man, because he perceives it as for his pleasure, or he can take pleasure from observing their interaction, he's less likely to put a negative stereotype on that interaction. And the same is not true, of course, for two men, which is why it's less forgivable for two men and more forgivable for two women. Society's shifting sort of dartboard is the male gaze.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's to some degree, like, without getting kicked off the stage, right? It's like an unconscious delusion in a sense, right? Where I think subconsciously, when someone makes an agreement, like, with their own, I guess, like, the factors that have, like, shaped how they understand their own, like, sense of attraction, right? It can be, like, projected into another relationship. So, like, let's say, for instance, right, that the two girls who are engaging in lesbian sex are doing so because, like, they've gone through some maltreatment, or they're, like, desperate, or, they've gone through trauma or whatever, but, like, oh, it's hot now, right? But even though, like, what informs the behavior is actually something that's very problematic, right? We see across sexes one being attracted to something that is not actually inherently good. And I think it comes from a place of, like, having been shaped by something that is not inherently good, and just, projecting it and seeing it in another person, and just, like, looking at the surface of it and saying, oh, wow, that's hot and that's attractive, and not really caring about, like, the why in the situation, which is very...
Quick question, not to interrupt you in Tally's conversation. Are you for gender abolitionism, or are you just, like, on the binary, or what?
No, I'm not for gender abolition, whatever you call it now.
Yeah. Okay. So what about you, Tally?
What is that?
Oh, basically foregoing the labels of, like, whether you're attracted to, or whatever you're attracted to has to have a label on it. Like, gay, bisexual, heterosexual, whatever. Like those labels are totally and completely irrelevant to society as a whole. It's inconsequential to anyone's life, so why should we put a label on it? So that's at least my understanding.
Oh, I didn't understand the term. I might actually, to some degree.
I think I suspect that you would agree with something like that.
Well, I disagree with that. I think that
Why?
Because I think that labeling something hetero, homo, gay, lesbian, you saying putting a name on it doesn't affect anything.
Right. It's inconsequential to society.
Well, that's only being said now that, if there were no gays, would there be a problem with labeling the relationship?
No.
Okay, so why is it a problem now that they're gays?
It's not a problem. I'm saying it's not a problem, nor
it's just a belief.
It's not a negative or positive. There's nothing that it contributes.
Okay. Yeah. So the reason why I think that it's necessary because we label things, we categorize things in society so that we can understand them and so that we can deal with them accordingly. So if I'm going to a gay bar, right, I'm going to, just by the label, I'm going to know what to expect when I go there. If I want to go there, you know what I'm saying? There's certain labels that deter you or make you want to go deal with that. That's one thing. I'm sure there's many other things, but that's the first thing that came to mind.
That's actually a good example. I never thought of that. But can you think of another one?
When you're, I think that in science that those labels matter, right?
Okay.
Because if for instance, if I'm doing some kind of study and I put out an ad and I say I just want couples to show up, right? Then couples are going to show up. That's gays. That's a trans
we
woman.
already have an in-house
and a trans woman.
We don't need another.
When we come, that's an instance where labeling would matter because I'm doing research on pregnancies. Like I'm about to watch y'all fucking take notes. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want two guys to. They can't do that. Because nobody can have a baby in that situation. So I feel like in science it matters, labels and stuff like that. I think it matters.
That's not really. I don't think that's apt.
Okay.
I think that's just. Yeah, you're just saying that if I did a study on people who can get pregnant, that's just saying that if I do a study on people who have gonads or who have high levels of testosterone, like, okay, yeah, we can go there.
I get you. I can't think of another one at the moment, but
but the gay bar thing, that was a good point though.
Yeah, I truly believe that that the labels matter, but I am in the belief now that you bringing it up and making me think about it that I don't put too much stock in them, right? Yeah. Whether the people are gay or not. And Chris, I'm gonna give it back to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that it's just a problem when we root identity in something that can change, because it creates instability overall. Anytime identity, and this is not just, straight gay thing, like anytime it's based on something that's like appearance, it could be status, could be relationships, could be your achievements, even emotions, like it just, what happens when those things move or when they fade or when they change? You see people's identity either like collapse or their identity just alter overall, which is like how the entire like Overton window of a society can shift over time when its identity is rooted in like the social construction of that society, and that's something like more fundamental because their morals, their behavior, they will all erode over time. It's like as that less than fundamental like identity begins to shift and change as well.
Chris, do you think you're putting too much stock into the labels when you say stuff like that? Like, because you're saying that he basically I'm summing up like, okay, labels for the gays and lesbians, it just doesn't matter, right? But then you're saying that you shouldn't put stock into something that is going to change, right? Because when it changes, then it leaves that person in a certain way, right? Am I wrong?
That's right. Yeah, it could change.
Right. So I'm saying that isn't that putting too much
on the label itself? The fact that, okay, I was lesbian, but now I'm straight, and that changed, so now it's a detriment to my emotions, and my life is going to be, you know what I mean? I don't think a label would do that. Should have that much power.
It shouldn't, but I mean, like, when people are saying things like pause all the time, right, and they're just trying to distance themselves from that activity themselves. Like, if there's an entire culture that's, like, shaping and conditioning people's realities, right, that's based in language, even in institution, we talked about, like, the gay bars or whatever. Like, gay bar is just an expression of, like, what other things that we already hold to be true as human beings, and then we create a framework or reality that reflects that.
But is it not true? If I say something is a gay bar, is it, you think that's true or not? Or is it just a bar?
I mean, yeah, it's a gay bar because we've already agreed that we have gay people.
Oh,
Yeah. So when they
I get what you're saying.
So when you
if it wasn't labeled, then it would just be a bar. But Chris, then I would not have the you know, I don't have as much as I need to know whether I want to go in there or not. The label kind of, you know, gives me what I need to know whether I want to go in there.
It's giving you a social cue to say,
Right.
hey, you're socially accepted here. This is a place where you're socially accepted because homosexuality has been socially unacceptable for so long that we have to make safe spaces where homosexuality is accepted.
Right.
So they have to label it as such.
Right.
But that's just a social, like, we have to do that because it's socially constructed.
But Dominic, when you say just, I don't like when people say it's just social concept. But that's a big deal.
No, of course.
That's literally one of the biggest things we live under is social pressures.
Yeah.
Right. And then I want to say to Chris, as far as the gay game, the pause game, it's not necessarily chalked up to just gayness. I feel like that formula, we could have put it on anything as far as, okay, don't say this word. It's more of a game, right? So it's like open neck, pause, like somebody just got their chest open, or somebody say some dumb shit, you smack them on the back of their neck. That's another New York game, and they still play it to this day, right? I think they focus on the pause game because it's attached to the gay thing, right? Because at one point, like you said, more than now, gay was not accepted. So that's just something that they used to turn a game out of. So anything that wasn't socially accepted back then, you could have turned into a fucking game. Black men dealing with white women. They could have said no white or something, and that would have kept caught and would have kept going. So I don't think it's, y'all put too much on the pause game like it's directly associated to gayness. It's more of a camaraderie game thing that comes from a certain region. No Diddy. It comes from a certain region that's spread across the area, and you know why it's spread across the area, the country. Can relate to that game. You feel what I'm saying? It keeps you on your toes. It keeps your vocabulary from being just lazy. You know, you watch what you say, and it's a bonding thing. It's really not just focused in don't be gay, don't be gay, don't be gay. Because I know gay niggas that say pause.
I think it's both. I think the origin started from, hey, I'm not what I might sound like in this moment, and then it became a game. I think the gay bar is not a safe place. It's like going in the meat aisle or the fucking fruit department. Hold up. That's what it is. It's saying you come over here, this is the product that you're going to be around, right? You have gay parades. I think there is a negative connotation. So I'll say that. Like, there's really no negative connotation in being straight. There is a negative connotation in being gay. And so we can talk about that if you want to. But the idea is, it's not so much to the extent where you go to West Hollywood, fucking where I live, bro. It's like, you see it everywhere. And so the fact that we have to say no homo, no this, no that is because it's so fucking, the exposure is so much that, like, you can be confused with a gay person if you make sounds like this and they're just trying to say, no, I'm not that. You know, because they don't want to do that thing. Yeah, there you go.
No homo.
Okay. So,
do you guys have gay parades? Do you guys have gay parades?
No, we just have parades, bro.
We got gay fucking parades. They shut down the streets. Everything.
No, I get what you're saying, but Mike, right? I don't look at it like that. Like I don't really, not anymore. I come from a Caribbean family, so yes, originally gay is looked down on, and it's still the case, right? But when I look at the word gay, or when somebody says gay, it's only negative because I'm not that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like motherfuckers say, "Oh, country." I'm not saying country is bad, but when they say it to me, I might screw my eyes up a little bit because I'm not country. I don't want to go to that country bar. I don't want to fucking go dirt biking in the woods, even though I've done it before. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
no. I don't know what you're saying. Hold on. Why is it only negative when it applies to you?
I don't think he's saying it's negative. He's saying he doesn't see it as negative. He just sees it as something
could be
other than himself.
perceived as negative because I don't align with it. So I may screw my face up, right?
Why though?
Because I'm not that, right? And I don't want to be around that maybe at the time or whatever the case is. So
there must be a reason why you wouldn't want to be associated with that, right?
Because I'm not that. It's not.
But I think
I have a chance of being that, maybe, possibly, country. You know what I mean? Maybe.
You could see it as gross because gayness has to do with fucking how you interact with somebody, bro. Like you could just
but
gross.
Right, but
hold on.
But it's not. It's deeper than that,
Hold
right?
on, bro. If I don't like
you
fucking,
do it, Mike.
I don't like sushi, bro. That shit's nasty.
Right.
No, but that's
Right.
different.
But
That's the taste bud.
but that doesn't mean.
What do you mean? It's
sushi
a
is
preference,
negative,
bro.
It just
It's a
he has a
taste bud.
negative response to.
What do you mean it's a taste bud? Sexual attraction is just a feeling. Music is just a sound. You can be a reductionist if you want to.
No, it's not reduction. I'm just saying they're two different categories. Like you can't compare.
Is it a preference?
No, a sexual attraction or
It's not a preference.
oh my god. Now you're being a reductionist.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you.
The point is, if you don't want to
Wait, hold on. I want to do this real
it's
quick.
not like you. It don't have to be negative, Dominic. If you don't want to, if I invite you to my house and I'm a fucking African or a fucking Indian, and you heard what you heard about Indians, they house smell like curry and shit like that, and you don't want to come over here, that's fucking fine. That's your preference. You feel me? Based on the shit you know. It doesn't necessarily mean fuck all Indians. This is like when you say gay is a negative, it has a negative connotation. I don't agree with Mike, and that's why I came off Mike to say that. I don't agree with the fact that gay has a negative connotation as much as it did in the past. To me personally, I don't. When I hear gay,
it still does.
Right, it does. You're right, Mike. But to me, as time goes on, it's less and less like I don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just what it boils down to. That doesn't mean it's negative. Like it's just how I'm receiving the shit.
Yeah, but we talk about like microaggressions, right? When we talk about like other things like race, for instance, right? And I think that there are micro behaviors, right, that kind of highlight this unnecessary anxiety around being perceived a certain way. Even when the action or the statement that's being like spoken about is not inherently sexual, right? And so when you call attention to it, you're actually reinforcing the very same association that you're trying to avoid. Oh, he left. Dang.
Who left? No. How so though? Like, what if you're just responding to like the pressure that
I want to go back to the
make you feel like you would be at a
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. What do you want to
about? We're talking about how it's not gay to have sex with another man in prison.
That's gay as fuck, bro.
Okay, cool. So we agree on that, but we weren't agreeing. Well, not me and you, but the room wasn't agreeing on that.
Oh, they're tripping, bro. It's like they're just.
No, what I was saying was that like there are certain states that a particular person can be in that due to some type of depravity, right? Whether it's emotional or environmental, that can cause them to do something that they otherwise wouldn't do if they were not in that state. That's to paint someone that way for the rest of their lives is probably.
No, that just shows you learn who you are under certain conditions. That's like the deterministic fucking approach. So you're right. Certain people, when they're deprived of any form of intimacy will start finding the same sex attractive, and that's it. That circumstance led them to that attraction. Other people don't necessarily have that thing. It's not built in them. That's why, like, technically, everybody's like tentatively gay or straight. Right?
No.
It assumes that people would take the same.
Mike, it's a spectrum, Mike.
No.
The majority of people, you're right, but there are people who fall in the 100% straight category and the 100% gay category.
I agree, but what I'm saying is if you have a 100% straight man and he's locked up in a female prison, who's to say in 20 years this fool's just like pow, 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 like
They won't become a lesbian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and all I'm saying is
wait, what do you mean?
what I'm saying is, look, the way I see it is that when you place somebody in a circumstance, the circumstance or the stresses of that circumstance will really allow that person to understand who they are and by how they would react and so on. And I'm saying if you put a 100% gay guy in that fucking female prison for 20 years, who's to say that stress environment towards that man is like not that's enough to make him start being attracted to the opposite sex?
But he's 100% gay.
In a non-female prison circumstance.
Oh, you don't think that's a part of him? You think that's conditioned?
No. I don't think anything's conditioned. I'm saying it again. Look, you don't know who you are.
I hear you.
So look, so I've never been locked up in a female prison, right? Okay. I don't plan to either. I've never been locked up in a man prison, right? So, like, I don't know who I am technically. I can act like I can speak right. I've never been a millionaire. So, like, I can right now in the position I'm in my car right now, I can speak as if I understand who I would act like, how I would act like. But who's to say that, like, if Nathan and Knowledge were trapped on an island for the rest of their lives,
So you're basically
let me say this, Dominic, 1 second. Like, see, when I think of 100% straight and 100% gay, I think of people who are allergic to the same sex. Like, it just doesn't happen. But what you're describing is people who have that ability within them. They don't fall into that.
What I'm saying is this.
If the gay person was inside a female prison, I think that person would do what a lot of people do who can't cope to the new environment. They commit suicide.
I'm contextualizing. I'm saying you're 100% gay when you're in the outside society, normal fucking life living. I go to work and all that. But if I place you in an extreme circumstance, that 100% can now be compromised, and we won't know, right, who you are. We won't know.
But we do know they're 100% straight.
No,
they're 100% straight. You're allergic to.
Because you haven't evaluated them in all possible worlds.
But see, Mike, you just described the.
Mike, we granted the 100%. Go ahead.
Yeah, you just described the microcosm through the analogy in the prison world of society itself. Because you're assuming that, like, if you make the argument that society is just like a huge prison, right, where people are living what they argue is objectively true, but rather it's just like what's available to them in this environment. And the same thing could be said about the entire population of people who, like, engage in behaviors that are just more so shaped by the environment that they live in rather than, like, what is actually, what could actually be the case if those conditions were different.
Isn't it true, too, that, like, anyone could close their eyes and have an orgasm, right? Like, you could be engaged in a sexual activity with someone of the same sex and not have an attraction to them, or is that just, like, unheard of? Because
you're just on the spectrum.
I think that's possible.
If you believe that, you're on the spectrum. I don't think so.
I think there's like policing and protection around, like. I think that there's a lot of policing and protecting around, like, what men actually feel at times. And that's just more so acculturated, right? That's why you have to say pause sometimes, because, like, you recognize in that moment what you said was, or other people around you call it out as well. And so then there becomes, like, this confirmation, like, this awareness around your home lexicon, right? This homo consciousness, if you will, that just kind of starts to exist on its own. But I think that there's a denial of like reality in that, right? Because the reality is like you weren't making the case around something that was sexual, but now you have an awareness around something that is sexual in a place that otherwise wasn't, and it's not good to perpetuate that type of like emotional incarceration or policing or need for protection around certain language. And yeah, it can be laughed away or used in a joking manner, but a lot of times that is a way of coping with something. Men will say like they don't recognize the attraction of another man, but some of y'all women look just like their daddy, so how do you square that?
Ooh. All right, so Nathan, check this out. Suppose you had like a piece of like hot ice, like a very cold substance, and you put it in a jar, right? Now that temperature, based on the environment that you put the ice in, right? I'm sorry, the circumstance that you put the ice in is going to affect the temperature, right? So we can say, hey, look, in this jar, this ice is 100% fucking cold, which is why it reads, 0 degree Fahrenheit or some shit like that. Now let me take this ice and put it into another jar. Will that affect the heat? It's like, well, we don't know. Let's see. Right? In some cases.
Come on.
No. Look. All I'm saying is this. No, I know it's ice, but if I put ice in a jar that's shaped different, it's a little warmer.
You're talking about the different shapes.
I'm talking about just you put this same object in a different circumstance. Just because it's 100% its way in one circumstance doesn't mean it's going to be that way in the next. So what I'm telling is this, like when we say 100% gay, that's an inductive statement based off of your current evaluation of how they interact in the societies or the stresses that they've been. But if you put them, am I right, Mark?
Mike, if you put them in that environment and they're 100% gay, what would happen is either they would commit suicide because they can't, right? Because yeah.
Can you guys hear me? I'm in a bad area.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just one note.
Wait. Yes.
I was saying if you put the person in that environment, and they're 100% gay, 1 second from, if you put them in that environment and they're 100% gay, they will not be able to cope. What they would end up doing, it's like what other humans do when they're put in positions like that. They commit suicide.
Or they masturbate.
Don't commit suicide. I will be right.
Michael S. You see that? That's how you defeat a nigga.
How do you defeat it? Say it again.
Oh shit, you back. I'm talking shit. If I'm not mistaken, I think nature basically shapes your behavior. Like what? No, Mike. I'm saying if you put the human in that environment, they'll do what other humans do: commit suicide because they can't be it.
Okay. So here's what I would say. I think some of them would, and that's their response to that stress, and some of them wouldn't. I'm not saying that
the ones that wouldn't aren't 100% gay.
Oh, no, now we know that they are, but you can't say anybody's 100% anything unless you've seen them in every circumstance.
Oh, man, listen. I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying, based on possibility and probability, bro.
Yes.
There are people who are 100% gay and people who are 100% straight.
And what I'm saying is this.
They're rare.
And what I'm saying is this. Is that like in any book they are based off of the stresses we've been able to evaluate them under, right? Like I could be considered tentatively gay. I don't have a gay fucking thought in bone or urge in my body. But who's to say if I was fucking put in a circumstance that I wouldn't end up doing a homosexual act?
Mike, you're just saying that you're on the spectrum.
No.
Here's the thing.
Yes, Mike. If you can compromise your heterosexuality can be compromised by some booty and being locked up, and you are
Look, is
You don't know.
are you 100% straight?
You goddamn right.
Okay, is it absolutely impossible for your sexuality to be compromised?
Yeah, there's no possible world where I would exist with me doing anything homosexual.
Prove it.
Yeah, there's no way you can prove that, Nick.
Hold up. Prove
It would be a contradiction.
What's the
There you go.
contradiction? What's the contradiction? What's the contradiction?
Actually, this.
Nah.
P is P,
Actually, this
and
nigga.
P is not P. P is P, and P is not P.
Yeah,
Okay.
P is
This is why Mike, Mike is being
the
obtuse because Mike knows you can't prove something like that. Nobody can prove
I'm not being obtuse. I'm having a little bit of fun. But I really mean what I say.
So Nathan, let me
Mike don't
ask
have a system
you.
though.
Nathan, let me ask you a question.
Why are we talking?
just ate cookies and then.
Oh, but he's a good guy. Like, that's the thing. He's a good guy. At least he read the book. You know, believe it or not, it's not that common.
Rico, guess who Rabbi's
Why
seeing?
you laughing, boy?
Who's
Why
Rabbi
you
seeing?
laughing, boy? Who knows?
Who's Rabbi seeing, David?
King Ma.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you guys gonna come on Clubhouse?
I doubt it.
Oh, you guys should. He probably wouldn't even remember. He wouldn't even remember, to be honest.
We're going to a restaurant, and then we'll probably go to a bar. So you don't have time for a tech house.
That's right.
It's very
David,
likely that we're going.
Are you in Toronto, motherfucker?
No, I'm not. He's coming from Montreal. He's in
Docs!
the bus. He's in the train, sorry, right now. As we
That's
speak.
right. That's right. That's right. Rabbi, if I came to Montreal this summer, would you block me in real life?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, you're already blocked in real life. I like to ask people that I will never see. I like to ask them if they would see me.
That's right. That's right.
And it makes them feel so uncomfortable. It's like they have zero reason to see me, right? Because I wouldn't see them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But I asked them if they would see me and under which circumstances they would, and under which ones they wouldn't, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I want to play golf with Rabbi in a foursome.
Oh, I don't think you want.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Could you imagine? Go ahead,
It's
Rabbi.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be you playing all the time.
And you picking up your ball every shot.
I end the game with 3-4 hits on average. Bobadilla? How much was it?
I love watching Rabbi play hit a golf ball.
Dude, I hit the ball, and then I sit for the next 10 minutes while Bobadilla and Rick like keep hitting it, and then it's my turn again. So I just hit it, and then 10 more minutes, and then I just hit it once more, and that's it. The game is over.
You're right. Bobadilla, can you confirm this?
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah, I was there.
That's right.
Even Rick is very good actually at golf. But even he said like I could be in an actual team. But the thing is, dude, we don't have that. I mean, we do have it in Canada. It's not that we don't. It's just yeah, I'm not sure that's. I'm not sure I would like to do more of that, honestly. But yeah, I'm pretty good at it. I'm naturally gifted.
That's right.
If you don't, but.
You're full of shit, Rabbi. You shoot 120.
I shot 120. I'm not even sure what that means.
It's a very bad score.
See, exactly. I don't know what a bad score is. I never had.
That's right. That's right.
So what does that mean?
That's right.
It says that you're no teacher.
Oh, that's subjective as hell. That is super subjective.
Golf teacher.
Bring in Simon, and he'll tell you what your objective is subjective.
That's right.
And he will tell you that with a high degree of conviction.
Simon gets bullied every day. So.
You get bullied more than you did, Rico?
Oh, I'm watching people bully down.
I don't get bullied anymore.
That's because Rabbi stopped bullying you.
That's right.
Yeah, I did stop bullying him. It's good.
But that's okay, because I'm going to cuck the rabbi.
Oh, you can't do shit. I even think you're a bitch. What do you think?
You don't take anything, motherfucker.
Oh, that's so subjective. It's crazy.
Rabbi.
David, why is your friend Matt Goodman popping here?
Probably just hit the notification by accident.
He's Jewish?
He is Jewish, that's correct.
Well, duh.
But does he study the Torah? Or does the Torah study him?
That's a very good question, Chicago. Very good question.
If you suck dick,
Just to get this bungee jumping guy.
if you suck dick on a Friday night instead of reading Torah and meditating to a candle, are you gay? Or are you just in the closet?
It's subjective.
Hello?
It was very subjective.
Hello?
If your boyfriend makes you challah on a Friday night and you suck each other's dicks to candlelight, does that make you gay, according to Torah?
It makes you whatever it makes you, and that could be many things.
Well, what did Lot say to Abraham as they were leaving the gay village on the river?
I don't know. We're going to have to explore that further.
I would have wasted damn time.
Dude, I'm literally wasting my time, like just sitting here watching the bungee jumping people, like take 1 hour to let the other guy bungee jump.
That's right. That's right.
Can I play a voice clip of his ground recording I just did? Only if Rico allows you to. Rico has the right to pick whoever he wants.
You may proceed, motherfucker. You may proceed, motherfucker.
Okay, so this is now you understand it, but this is in South Africa.
I want to say on the segregation.
Already do like.
Yeah, exactly. Johannes, do you have anything you want to say on the segregation issue?
I think segregation has been tried in South Africa. I think that apartheid, what I will say is that apartheid was the last peaceful attempt at separating people, and I don't say this as a way to provoke or to stoke violence in any way. I just merely say it as a matter of fact that I think that certain discussions are off the table.
Oh my god. Wait, let him finish. He's not done. Wait, let him finish.
And certain boats have sailed, so to speak. So I would caution people not to pursue the attainable, but to pursue justice and freedom. We should not pursue safety. We should not pursue peace. These things, there was a great man in South Africa, Jan Marais, peace. There is a war that it will not, and it is eternal. And then there is peace that is founded.
That's enough.
And nobody cares. It doesn't learn nothing.
That's right.
They're still taking this guy down, man. I've been waiting for like literally 20 minutes, and they're still taking this guy down for the bungee jumping shit. This guy says he's preparing for war, man. Nobody cares about war.
How you doing, babe?
I'm literally, I just want to watch people bungee jump. That's all I want.
Hi.
How you doing, boo boo?
How are you guys?
We're doing amazing. Now that you're here.
That's so sweet.
It is, isn't it? I'm yummy like a gummy bear.
What flavor?
Like a chocolate gummy bear. Somehow.
Chocolate covered or chocolate flavored?
No, like it is chocolate. The gummy bear is not even gummy, it's a chocolate bear.
Oh, it's like just shaped like a gummy bear.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Oh, but there we go. Someone else is gonna jump. That's right. Let's go.
What?
Hey, Al. AI Lou says you were obsessed with him.
Oh, really?
He says you were obsessed with him.
That's funny.
Is it projection?
He did not say that. Although I
When
do
did he
think
say that?
He didn't say that. He said that like 2 times yesterday night.
No, he didn't.
You were talking about me tomorrow yesterday night?
Yeah, I said.
No, that's not good.
I did. I brought you up. I said, what happened to that girl, L?
He's lying. We kept going. He's lying.
The fuck are you talking about? I'm not lying.
Yes, you are. I do think I was obsessed with these and stuff.
Adrian, you want to hear something funny?
What?
It's actually funny. I made a friend yesterday, and she's like, "Oh my god, I teach Pilates and Tanya on Sundays. You should come to my classes." And I in like the Upper East Side, and I was like, "Oh my god, I know about the Tanya."
What the hell is the Tanya? Tanya is a woman's name.
This guy calls himself a rabbi.
Like, so in some way, you benefited my life somehow. Being able to like connect with this girl about Tanya and Pilates.
It's a great combo, Pilates and Tanya. I love it. I'm going to start
It's really
teaching
cute.
it.
It's like for women. So like, yeah, they talk about the Tanya, and then it's a Pilates class after.
Smart.
What is the Tanya though? Like, what the hell is that?
I still don't know. I mean, like, it's a Jewish book, right?
It's a book about Kabbalah.
What a waste of time.
I know, it is a waste of damn time.
Yeah, these guys don't read books.
Okay,
They just
we go.
come here and talk all the time. Rabbi read a book on here for the first time yesterday in like months.
What is the book about again?
The Tanya?
Yeah.
It's about getting close to God, Rabbeinu Shalom, the master of the universe.
Yeah, but like, do you have like a little context about the book, or no?
It's by the Alter Rebbe. It's by the founder of Hasidism from the 1700s. He saved Judaism. If you don't read Tanya or Zoya, your life is like living in excrement, and you have no compassion.
So I think I'm gonna go to a Tanya Pilates class at some point.
Oh my God, you're gonna love it. I love that for you.
So, Adrian, do you think, do you believe that the only time you can be like erudite or intellectual is if you read books? There's no other medium of conveying information, like a podcast, for example?
Not really, because look at an example, Dr. Jordan Peterson. Like, he swept the world by storm, and he's the dumbest guy you've ever heard. You know, just read a fucking book. I mean, what's wrong with you?
I agree.
But you don't like Jordan Peterson?
No, I like him, but what I'm saying is everything is hindsight. So anything, what I'm saying is you have to be responsible for your own life, and your brain's development is your choice.
Yeah, who doesn't understand that?
A lot of people. I just read today that there's 50 million Americans that can't even read. Literally, there's.
Wait, so Adrian, for example, like an audiobook, that's like essentially a podcast, right?
Yeah, an audiobook is good, but it's got to be a good book. If it's just like this generic bullshit, it's just, if you're not reading ancient documents, you're a schmuck.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree.
Because all that stuff is just waiting to be uploaded into your head. And if you don't spend any time uploading any information from 2,000 years ago or further back, you're really stupid. You're like
I want a book about the Templars today, motherfucker.
Well, good. See, the thing is,
Everyone should do Tanya and Pilates.
Well, that's retarded.
you should do Torah and Tanya and Pilates. Tanya's just Torah, but Tanya
Yeah,
is...
no, it's like a cool version.
Exactly. It's like a compression. It's like a compression, yeah.
One of the hottest girls I ever slept with was
retardation on steroids.
Rico, how's it going with your gym crush?
Oh man, imagine actually believing that he's doing that.
Rico, Rico.
Yeah, what?
How's it going with the gym crush, girl?
I don't know. I haven't been to the gym in like a month. I'm literally about to go.
Oh my god. My god. The only crush she has is on OnlyFans or Pornhub.
That's right.
Shit.
I'm sorry you couldn't go anywhere. I know you really liked her.
That's okay. There's many girls.
He didn't like her. He didn't like it. So you guys keep. That's the problem with the Western. You guys mistaken love with lust. That's what it is. That's literally what it is.
Oh wait, so he liked her body. He liked her body.
He wanted to fuck her.
Yeah, but he didn't.
I like her eyes though.
That's okay, yeah, but you don't like her. You don't like her.
The eyes are the window to the soul. She did have a nice angle.
That's so retarded. Yeah, okay, exactly. That's love. That's not love. So
Wait,
you're
though, I
gonna
feel like
marry
he used
someone.
to be like more wholesome.
Toira speaks as humans speak, giving the impression of duality, but there is no duality in God, and the one light animates all worlds.
Really? Use two spoons and like Cornelia, just like use two spoons and like just, you know.
I think he's saying it's not staying. Damn, I just don't want.
I'm watching.
Unawakened selves are called other gods. The otherness falsely derived from their imagined distance. Toira speaks as humans speak, giving the impression of duality. But there is no duality in God, and the one light animates all worlds, including even those mired in self and otherness. Unawakened selves are called other gods. Their otherness falsely derived from their imagined distance from God. Perceiving nothing but themselves, they proclaim themselves God, saying, I am, and there is nothing besides me. Thus, arrogance is the heart of idolatry, but arrogance is rooted in delusion, for there is nothing but God. Torah and God are entirely one. Thus, when you are engaged in Torah, both through study and spiritual practice, you and God are one. Engaging in spiritual practice represents God's innermost will, and the practices are called the organs of the king. When you engage in such practice, you become an organ of divine will. Thus, when your hand distributes funds to the poor, it becomes the hand of God and a vehicle of godliness. Study of Torah arouses great awe. Great awe arouses sublime wisdom, and sublime wisdom reveals your unity with God. As our sages said, if there is no wisdom, there is no awe. You may not immediately achieve such awe, and even so do not
All right.
Talks, these conversations being useful, honestly. Like, have you seen the other side, like, really?
No, there's like no incoming calls there. It's like yesterday, listen, I was there, and they were making all kinds of like ridiculous arguments, and every time that I wanted to reply, it started a shit show. They were not willing to listen. They were just not that they were not willing to agree. They literally didn't let me even speak out and kind of give them the context that they're missing. They are so invested in their position that they have some kind of a defense mechanism that they maybe like they, so their entire narrative will not shatter, so they are not really given to like it's like la 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 la, don't speak la la, like literally they cannot listen.
It's my understanding though that Amir is not even a Palestinian, and with a lot of them, the only thing they seem to have in common